Welcome everybody to Chair Yoga with Anna. So for those that are back with us at home, welcome back, and welcome to those that are here with me today. And I guess you can say I am just giddy and happy because we have such beautiful sunshine after very needed days of rain, but the sun and its energy is contagious in that way. So let's begin. All right, so let's settle in, and we are in our nice chairs with no armrests, so we can easily stretch our arms out without bumping into anything. And then, obviously, if you need some cushioning, put a blanket underneath your bottoms to cushion your bottoms. Have some blocks available if you need them, and ground your feet in. Start to feel yourself ground in. If your feet are dangling from a chair or not quite touching, grab a block to ground your feet into the blocks or a stack of books. And let's begin by sitting up nice and tall, grounding ourselves into the chair so we feel those two pelvic points. And let's soften our gaze, or I invite you to close your eyes. And just relaxing our legs and our feet. Beginning to relax in the chair, softening the shoulders. Keeping the chin parallel to the floor. And depending on what you are thinking for your practice today or what you are feeling for yourself today, you can place your hands palms down to ground, palms up to receive, or in a Gyan Mudra with the index fingers and thumbs touching, just slightly resting on your lap. And begin to settle into your breath. Just inhaling and exhaling through the nose. Notice your body and your awareness around it. Notice if you are sensing any tension anywhere in your body, and just take a moment to scan. And as we settle into our breath, let's begin to deepen the inhales and exhales. On the inhale, feeling your chest expand, lower rib cage expands, and belly fills up. And as you exhale, let your belly fall, chest falls, shoulders relax. Continue lengthening the inhales and exhales, bringing you to a state of calm. Forgetting about everything that has happened up until this moment, and acknowledging your presence here for yourself. And I invite you to bring your hands together in Anjala Mudra, prayer hands in front of the heart. I invite you to set an intention for practice. It is intention that drives our actions, and it is these intentions that we take with us into our daily lives and carry through our practice. And this can be anything such as a practice of gratitude or anything that you would like to work on. And taking a deep breath in through the nose and out the nose. And then releasing the hands and fluttering the eyes open. And then just taking a moment to look around the room of wherever you are And just noticing everything that's around you. And noticing where you are present. All right. Let's take an inhale and bring our arms up. Press the palms together. Exhale, bring the palms down to heart center. Palms rise. On the inhale, flip the palms and press the walls away. Inhale, palms rise. Look at the palms, press them nicely together, and exhale, bring them back down to heart center. And then inhale, let the palms rise. Flip the palms, exhale, press everything away. All right. Placing your hands on your lap. Let's get into our feet. On the inhale, let's lift the heels and press into the toes. So I invite you to take your shoes off or your socks off if that feels good to you. If you have shoes on, that's okay too. It'll just feel a little bit differently if your feet are in shoes versus bare feet. So drop the heels and lift the toes. Sometimes shoes can constrict the foot. But again, this is your practice. So however you are comfortable. And then drop the toes, lift the heels. Drop the heels, lift the toes. And on the inhale, lift the heels, lengthen through the crown, press into the toes, drop the heels, lift the toes, and then spread the toes, just like when you were little kids, spreading the toes. Feel the space between the toes, and then gently drop the toes back down. All right. Let's get into our ankle rotations. So begin to, with any ankle, rotate your ankle around. And this alleviates any joint fluid that may accumulate that may cause some ankle joint swelling sometimes. So moving the joints like this when we're sitting a lot really helps a lot. And then bring that ankle back, bring that foot back. Other side. Rotating the ankle any direction, and then going the opposite direction, and then bringing it back. All right, from here, let's bring that left knee up towards our left shoulder, and then let's point and flex the foot, and then release right knee to right shoulder and pointing and flexing. And notice what you feel underneath your palms when you make those movements. And you can feel your muscles moving on top of the shins. And then bring it back. All right, let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, flip the palms, press everything away. Place the hands on the lap. And then from here, let's get into our torso rotation. So let's create some space by bringing our thumbs right at the hip joint, right where our torso meets our hip. And then our forefingers can either just rest on top of our thighs or on the sides. Take an inhale, lengthen through the crown, pull the navel in, draw the shoulders back, and then gently press into the thigh. So just pressing down into that joint, just creating some space. And then on the next inhale, begin to rotate the torso any direction. Our chairs might squeak. And then as we move, we are supporting our pelvic bowl through this rotation by just massaging our inner organs and our ligaments and muscles, all that in the pelvic bowl that supports our lower abdomen, our lower body. And then go the opposite direction. And then I want you to think of leading with your heart on these rotations. Again, you can go the opposite direction again. And just following your heart and kind of just visualizing how your heart is leading your movement. And just connecting to that. And then come back to center when you're ready. All right, let's bring the shoulders up to our ears and roll them back. Again, up and around. One more time, up and around, and drop the arms down into a mountain pose, just to bring the shoulders back, wrists move towards the earth. Just opening up the heart here. Grounding your feet in, activating the legs, pulling in the navel. Again, chin is parallel to the floor. And then from here, let's reach back. Nice round of breath. Inhale and exhale. And on the exhale, bring the arms forward, palms face towards each other. Okay, so reaching out, bring the shoulders into their sockets. So feel your shoulders move back. And when they do that, feel your scapulas move closer together. From here, flip the palm of the left hand. With the help of the right, bring those fingers back. I'm just getting into the tendons. Same thing, other side. And then from here, extending the hands out. We're going to reach out and extend and close into a fist. Stretching out the hands. And then gently closing them up and beginning to rotate the wrists in any direction, just whichever feels good, just getting into the wrist joints and then bringing our hands back down to our sides. And then releasing, letting that go. Hands come back on the lap. So spacing out your feet, remember hip distance is about 2 fists apart. Everyone is different though, so just depending on your body, you may be a little bit wider. All right, so from here, let's rest our hands on our lap on the inhale. We're going to lead with the heart. We're going to do our cow pose and cat-cow sequence. Our gaze is going to rise, and on the exhale, our heart is going to melt inward. Spine is going to curve, shoulders move forward. Inhale, lead with the heart. Gaze rises, shoulders move back, and on the exhale, curve the spine like a scared kitty cat, tucking the tail and the chin towards the chest. Inhale, move forward, gaze rises. Exhale, bringing it all in, curving the spine. And continue doing these movements. I welcome you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And we're warming up the spine here as we extend and curve the spine, creating space for us to go into and warm. As we're warming up, this prepares us for the movements that we are going to move forward with. All right, and when you're ready, coming back to center. From here, let's take our gaze over to the left side of the room. And then come back to center, take the gaze all the way over to the right. Come back to center. From here, drop the chin. Chin just moves closer to the chest, tucking it in. And then bring your gaze all the way back up to center. From here, let's bring that left ear towards the left shoulder. So what you don't want to do here is reach your shoulder towards your ears. You want to make sure that you're dropping and relaxing the shoulders, and that way you're just isolating this side of the neck. And then come back to center, same thing, other side. Drop the right ear towards the right shoulder. And then come back to center. From here, drop the chin down. I'm doing like a little small throat lock, which actually stimulates the thyroid. And then bring your chin all the way back up parallel to the floor. Again, we're going to take that gaze over to the left. Come back to center. Gaze goes all the way to the right. And back to center. Left ear to left shoulder. Coming back, right ear to right shoulder. And then let's turn our nose towards our right shoulder. You feel that stretch right in the inner neck, side of the neck, more in towards the throat. Let's drop our nose, bring it across the chest, drawing a half moon, bringing the nose all the way over to the left side. And then again, coming down, drawing a half moon across the chest, slowly, and then coming up, gazing over to the right side, and then bring your head gently back to center. All right, let's inhale, arms come up. Lengthen through the crown. Exhale, let it go. All right. So let's get ready for our little sun salutation sequence, and I will add as we go along. So what you don't want is to be leaning back in the chair. So you want to sit up nice and tall and stack your shoulders over your hips. Again, feet are nice and parallel to each other, toes point forward, heels behind the toes. Let's inhale, bring our arms up. Let's look up at our palms and reach back. On the exhale, we're going to forward fold. And we're going to do a ragdoll here, so just melting over your lap. And if that feels uncomfortable, place a pillow on top of your lap so you can soften your forward fold. And from here, drop your head down, just relax the neck, and let gravity lengthen your spine just by the weight of your head. That is happening right now. And if it feels comfortable, grabbing elbow to elbow, and then just gently swaying a little bit. Or you can grab bicep to bicep and even rest your forehead on your forearms. Not forgetting to breathe. And then from here, releasing the hands, placing the hands on the shins. We're going to lift the heart so chest rises. Bring your awareness to your shoulders. Bring the shoulders back away from your ears. Lengthen through the crown. Nice long spine. And then we're going to place our hands on our lap, coming all the way back up. All right. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at your hands. Reach back. Exhale, swan dive down. Forward fold here. Dropping your head. Inhale for your half lift. Hands on your shins. Lift the heart. Broaden the collarbones by bringing your shoulders back. And then place your hands on your lap, tucking in the elbows, continuing to open the chest. Inhale, arms rise. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Chest rises, shoulders move back. And then gently placing the hands on your lap, coming all the way back to seated. From here, take your left shoulder and bring it all the way back, gazing over to the left side. Remembering to breathe and pulling in the navel. And then coming back to center, take an inhale, lengthen through the crown, bring the shoulders down, and then gently take that twist over to the right side. And then come back to center. Let's inhale our arms up. We're going to bring our knees to our chest. Exhale, bring the arms down just underneath the left knee. Pull that knee up towards the chest. And release. Again, we're going to do the same thing. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, bring them down below the right knee. Bring that knee towards your chest. And then release. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Remember, you're still pulling in your navel. Exhale, let your head hang nice and loose. Even shake it, yes. No. Just relaxing the neck. And then inhale, place your hands on your shins, lift your heart up, shoulders move back, gently placing the hands on the lap, tucking in the elbows, coming all the way back up to seated. All right, ready for chair pose. So first, the first posture, the first one we'll do seated, and then the second one will hover. Okay. So for folks back home, you can stay seated both times, or if you want to try the hover, it's basically we're just hovering over the chair. As I get you into the posture, you will be in full posture, and then you will reach up and hover over your chair. Okay, so let's set up, sitting up nice and tall. Feet are parallel to each other. So very important here that our feet are nice and grounded in. Let's inhale, arms come up parallel to the ears, palms face each other, gazes forward. And then from here, let's inhale and lengthen, draw the shoulders away from the ears, pull the navel in, and then on the exhale, take that lean forward. So we're hinging from the hips, reaching through our fingertips, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, pulling in the navel, and then we're going to bring our weight back into our heels. Activate the feet by grounding in. So we activate the feet, activate the legs. All right, can we bring the weight in a little bit further? And then bring your awareness to your lower back and gently lower your lower back towards the earth. And then from here, let's bring our hands together, bring them to heart center, come all the way back up. Keeping your hands right at your heart, we're going to take a little gentle twist over to the left. Come back to center. Inhale, lengthen. And exhale, let's go over to the right. Come back to center, release the hands. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Pull in the navel towards the back of the spine. Lower down, loosen up your head, your neck by just dropping your head. And then from here, inhale for your half lift, hands on the shins. Lengthen through the crown, shoulders move back, and then gently place the hands on the palm, coming all the way back up to seated. All right. Let's do chair again. So from here, let's just come onto the edge of the chair, just shimming to the edge. So then we have some grounding leverage into our feet. We're going to inhale our arms up, parallel them to our ears. Shoulders are away from the ears. Inhale, pull in the navel. And then we're going to hinge forward. Stopping just so. All right. Keep the shoulders away from the ears. And then from here, we're going to ground our feet in. We're going to hover in. So for those of you at home that want to stay in the chair, you can. So hovering over our chair, this is where we start to shift our weight into the back of the heels. Keep your arms lifted, chest lifted. Lower the lower spine towards the earth. Spine is nice and long. Hold it. Take another deep breath and exhale. Let's bring it back. Beautiful, everyone. Nice job. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Raise that heart. Bring the shoulders back. Bring the hands to your lap. Come all the way back to seated. We just created some heat. All right. Inhale. Arms come up. Exhale. Flip the palms. Bring them down. Reach back. Chin is parallel to the floor. Bring the shoulders, arms forward. So rotating our shoulders forward, up. Look up at the palms. Reach back. Bring the hands together at heart center. Take a notice here. I invite you to close your eyes and just notice what's happening in the body. You feel nice and strong, focused. Maybe heart is raised a little bit. All right. Let's release the hands, get comfortable in the chair once again to the point where we bring our feet out and make a little triangle with our legs. Heels are inward, toes point outward. So not too far, not going inward, just right in the middle. So our feet are kind of like at a 45-degree angle here. All right, let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, arms come up. From here, let's do cactus arms. Shoulders away from the ears. Lift the chest up. Lower the spine, the lower spine towards the earth. So taking that lower curve out of the lower spine. Ground your feet in, activating your legs. Inhale, bring the arms up. Palms parallel. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, parallel the palms and arms together. Exhale, cactus arms. From here, let's bring the elbows closer together. And then exhale, bring it out. Beautiful. Inhale, bring the elbows closer together. Exhale, bring it out. And then bring your hands all the way down. Inhale, arms come up. From here, spread your hands out. Extend the legs out. Reach back. Open up the heart here. Start pose. And then from here, just bringing in the legs. We're not going to go all the way. We're not going to reel it in this time. And then just bring the hands back towards the chest. Interlace the fingers. So we're still in our stance here. And then we're going to extend our palms out. And then we're going to bring them back in. Exhale, press out. Inhale, bring them back in. You're sitting up nice and tall. One more time. And then bring it back in. From here, release. Bring your arms down. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms. Bring your hands together at heart center. Ground your feet in. Take a little twist over to the left. Come back to center. Little twist over to the right. And come back to center. From here, release and bend the left elbow onto the left thigh. We're going to scoop over with our right arm over the right ear. Reach through the fingertips. Lengthen through the crown so you're not collapsing on your leg. Bring that right shoulder back. And then gently bring that arm, that right arm all the way down. Reach back. Inhale, bring it forward and over the right ear. And then gently coming back to center and releasing, bending that right arm onto the right thigh, scooping with our left over the left ear. Reaching through the fingertips. Reach through the crown and lift the chest. And then from here, bring that arm all the way down. Left arm reaches back, opening up the chest, and then bringing it all the way back over the left ear. And then from here, bringing it all the way back down. Bending that elbow, bringing that left forearm, both forearms on the thighs. So from here, let's take a lean forward. Inhale, lengthen through the crown. Parallel your forearms just onto your thighs. So we're doing a little skier squat. And try not to collapse the knees outwards. Press the knees inwards. So you're activating your thighs, activating the quads and groins. Inhale, lengthen through the crown, pull the navel in. Eyes, gaze is just a few feet in front of you. You feel that in your back, your elbows are tucked. It's almost like we're planking. And then gently coming all the way back up to seated, heel toeing your feet back in. Inhale, arms come all the way up, look up at the palms, reach back. Exhale, forward fold, pull the navel in, drop your head. Inhale, lift the heart, hands on your shins for your half lift, and then place the hands on your lap, coming all the way back up to seated. Wonderful. All right, let's stand. All right, so let's, if you're at home, you could, actually, even if you have a table in front of you or to the side to support yourself is fine. And then we are behind our chairs. We're going to begin to take a few steps back to get into our downward facing dog. Long time coming. Let's get into downward facing dog by paralleling our feet. So feet are nice and hip distance apart. Toes point forward, heels behind the toes. Reach your arms forward on the back of the chair. Parallel your ears to your biceps. Take a nice inhale in and out of the nose. And soften the knees so you don't hyperextend the knees. So your knees aren't locked in place, but they're just softening in the knees, or bend them just as much as it feels comfortable. Reach your hips back towards the back of the room. Arms reach forward. Keep the shoulders in their sockets. Notice what happens with your scapulas when you move your shoulders into their sockets. Pull the navel in. Gaze is towards your ankles. And then gently begin to lift and walk your feet towards the chair. So keeping enough distance to fold over the back of the chair, we're going to do our little flow and fold over using the base of the chair. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, forward fold, hands, palms on the base of the chair, on the seat of the chair. Inhale, chest rises. You can tent your fingers if that feels good too. Bring the shoulders back. Spine is nice and long, and gaze is just a few feet in front of you. Knees are nice and softened, and then gently place your hands on the back of the chair, rising all the way up to standing. Come onto your tiptoes. Nice and tall. Take a lean forward. Tuck the elbows in. Notice as you tuck the elbows, the shoulders move back, and then gently coming back down to standing. All right. Let's do half moon. Inhale, arms come up, interlace the fingers, release the pointer finger. Shoulders away from the ear, gaze is forward, so chin is parallel to the floor. Inhale, lengthen through the crown and pull the navel in. Activate the quads, lifting the kneecaps so legs are nice and strong. We're going to inhale, lengthen, and then exhale, take that lean over to the left. Bring that left shoulder forward and press the right hips towards the right. Pull the navel in and then gently come back up. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, let's take that lean over to the right. Press the right hips towards the right. Bring that right shoulder forward and then gently come back up. Release the arms. Shake it out. We've done a lot of shoulder work. All right. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, release, bring them down. Reach back. If it's accessible to you, interlace the fingers. Bring the wrist towards the heels. Pull the navel in, lengthen through the crown. Once again, activate the legs. Pull the quads. So activating the legs pulls the kneecaps. And then release. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, mountain pose. Palms face forward, shoulders away from the ears. Chin is parallel to the floor. feet are nice and parallel to each other. Once again, engaging the legs, activating the quads, lifts the kneecaps. Then bring your awareness to your instep of your foot. Lift that instep up. Feel your glutes move towards the heels. Lift the chest. Feel like your crown is being pulled up towards the sky, and then release. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift, shoulders move back. Place the hands on the back of the chair, coming all the way back up to standing, tucking the elbows. Inhale, let's come up onto our toes. Take a lean forward, plank, bring the shoulders back, tuck the elbows in, and then gently coming back to standing. Wonderful. All right, let's take a step back with our left. And from here, bend the front knee, going into warrior one. So our anchor point is the back outer edge of that back foot. And the front toe plugs in, so that grounds in. Lift the chest and notice how once you have grounded those anchor points in, it feels good. You can let go of the chair. Inhale, arms come up, one or both arms. And exhale, release. Inhale, arms come up. Look up at the palms and reach back. Exhale, bring the arms all the way down. We're going to bring them back to reach back. Again, it's okay to just to reach back if the bind isn't accessible. Let's bind our hands. Reach those wrists towards the heels. And then take a gentle lean forward. Again, anchor points, so you're still plugging in and grounding the feet in, activating the thighs. And then release, coming all the way back up. Release the bind, arms come up. And then gently, let's bring our hands all the way back down. Bring that back foot to meet the right. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Heart rises, shoulders move back, and then gently placing the hands on the back of the chair. Inhale, come onto the toes, lean forward. And then gently coming back to standing. Take a step back with your right leg. 45-degree angle on the back foot. Bend the front knee. Toes point forward, heels behind the toes. All right, from here, inhale, arms come up. So one or both arms, whichever you're comfortable with at home. Exhale, bring the arms down. Interlace the fingers if that's accessible to you, and then reach the wrist towards the heels. From here, take a lean forward. Ground those anchor points in. Front big toe, back edge of the outer back foot. Pull the navel in. And then gently come all the way back up. Release the bind. Inhale, arms come up. And exhale, bring it back. Back leg meets the front. Inhale, arms rise. Look up at the palms, reach back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for your half lift. Raise the heart, shoulders move back. And then gently place the hands on the back of the chair. Tuck the elbows in, standing up nice and tall. Come onto the tiptoes. Exhale, lean forward, shoulders move back, and then gently coming back to standing. All right. From here, let's take our stance out a little bit. And actually, let's take our stance out a little bit. From here, let's inhale, our arms come up. And extend the arms out like a star. Bring the arms back. Bring them to the chest, just standing up nice and tall. And then extend the arms out. Reach out. Heart opens. And then gently bringing it back. Hands on the chest. All right, from here, interlace the fingers. Press out. Bring it back in. Inhale, press out. Exhale, bring it back in. From here, release. Bring the arms out to a T, shoulder height. And from here, drop the left arm. Reach over the right ear with your right arm. Come back. Bring your arms shoulder height once again, dropping that right arm and reaching with your fingertips with your left. And then coming back out. From here, cactus arms. Let's bend the knees. And then come all the way back up. Extend your arms out. Look up. Reach back. And then gently coming back to standing. Bringing everything back in. Heel toeing your feet back in. Let's take a few steps back once again. Going into downward facing dog. Parallel the feet. Hip distance apart. Soften the knees. Knees are just stacking over the ankles. Shift your hips back. Reach forward. As you reach forward, keep the shoulders in their sockets. Gaze is just towards your ankles. And from here, feel your hips shift back. Arms move forward, keeping the shoulders in their sockets. So a nice opposite extension of the spine. And then gently release and come all the way back up to standing. All right. Let's inhale, arms come up. Exhale, let it go. All right. Let's loosen up the body a little bit more. So loosening up the shoulders, just letting your hands loose. And then making sure you're not going to hit the chair or anyone. Just swinging back and forth. So our bodies are all warmed up. So you're going to feel like a noodle towards the end of class. And then from here, let's do our reach. So we can come back to center and then begin to reach. Lift the heel as you reach. All right. And reach through the fingertips. And then coming back to center. Breath of joy. All right. I got fans of breath of joy. It's just so fun to inhale and release. All right. So on breath of joy, we're going to dip down and reach with our arms. So I'm just going to demonstrate. So we're going to bend, and on the inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, we're going to let it all go intentionally. Okay? So the exhale is going to come out of the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Reach up. Exhale. Let it out. Inhale, reach up. Let it out with the ha sound. Inhale, reach up. One more time. Reach up and exhale. Let it out. Reach up. Reach through the fingertips. Extend. Lengthen through the spine. Close your eyes if that feels good. Notice what's happening in your body. And then gently releasing. Opening up the eyes. Letting the hands, and probably feel a lot of tingling in the extremities. A lot of energy there. And come back to seated. All right, so let's do eagle arms, eagle legs. All right, so we just let the body loose, and now we're going to constrict and release. So let's bring the left ankle over the right. So if you have a hip replacement, this might feel good, or crossing the legs. If not, then bring that left ankle onto the right thigh and flex the foot. So flexing the foot aligns the ankle with the knee. Take an inhale, lengthen through the crown and tuck the elbows in, opening up the chest. Exhale, begin to hinge forward slowly. Gaze is just a few feet in front of you, keeping the neck and the spine aligned. And just breathing through the sensations. Take another inhale. And on the exhale, maybe hinging in a little bit more. So making sure that your gaze is a few feet in front of you and not gazing at me, otherwise your neck and spine are not aligned. And on the inhale, reach through the crown and then gently, slowly come all the way back up. All right, let's release and go to the other side. Again, option to place the right ankle on the left ankle, crossing the leg, or bringing the right ankle to the left thigh, flexing the foot, aligning it with your knee, tucking in the elbows, and inhaling, lengthening, pulling in the navel. Exhale, begin to hinge forward slowly. And you'll start to feel your glutes and your outer thighs. Piriformis gets stretched here. Pelvic bowl being exercised as well. This is a wonderful posture for the root, sacral, and solar plexus chakras. Take another inhale, lengthen through the crown, and then gently exhale, hinge a little more if it feels good. If not, you're good where you are. And then gently come up slowly, mindfully, compassionately, and come back to seated. All right. Let's do eagle arms, eagle legs. So let's cross our left ankle over our right, or you can cross your leg. If you want to take it a little further, you can try to bring that foot behind the calf. It's a practice. You can start by just crossing the legs. And you'll notice in this posture, it's all about constriction. So you're sitting up nice and tall, and if your legs are crossed, you're pressing those thighs and legs together. So eventually, with enough practice and your hips opening up, you can bring that foot behind the calf. Okay? So never say never. It's just practice. So again, this is okay, first modification. Second, or if you want to take it a little further. So again, it's just, you don't even have to bring the foot all the way behind the calf. It's just a matter of those subtle movements of attempting to move your body in a way. So we all begin somewhere, and that's how we slowly begin to get into postures. Okay, so inhale, arms come up. So standing up, sitting up nice and tall. And then from here, since we have our left over our right, we're going to bring our right arm underneath our left, cross at the elbows, if you can, and it's accessible to you. So this is fine here. And bring the palms together if that's accessible to you. Once again, it's the effort that you're making towards the posture. Press those forearms together. Press the legs together. Squeeze the thighs together. Take an inhale, lengthen through the crown, bring the elbows up in front of you, in front of your chest. And then from here, let's take the gaze up, bring the elbows up just a little higher, and then release. Release the arms, release the legs, and bring your arms down and just notice what just happened. So we cut off the circulation on one side, and then once we released, the blood rushes out to the extremities, and so it just builds this different energy in the body, flushing things out. We're going to repeat on the other side. Option 1, cross that right ankle over the left thigh, crossing the legs, or bringing that foot behind. So I'm going to leave my leg here. All right, inhale, arms come up, lengthen through the crown. So we have the right leg over the left. We're going to bring the left arm underneath the right, cross at the elbows. Maybe your palms come together. Squeeze the forearms together. So notice how your shoulders, scapulas move away from each other when you squeeze your arms together. Squeeze your legs together, constricting here. Take an inhale, lift your elbows in front of your chest. Breathe through it. Next, inhale, gaze rises. Elbows rise. And then exhale, bring it down gently. And release, extend the arms, extend, release the legs, and let it all go. How'd that feel? All right. All right, so let's take an inhale in and out. Let's inhale, let's reach out. Extend the legs out. Full body star stretch. And then release. Let's just let go of the arms. Bring the legs back. And let's begin to settle in. Getting into our final posture. And right before I settle you into your posture, let's just bring the shoulders up to our ears. And roll them back and let them fall. Inhale, bring them back up. And then let them fall. Begin to settle into your chair. Feel your 2 pelvic points ground in. Feet are nice and relaxed. All 4 points of the foot grounded in. Palms are face down to ground. Palms up to receive, or in a Gyan Mudra with the index fingers and thumbs touching to access our inner wisdom. And gently begin to settle into your chair. I invite you to close your eyes or soften your gaze. Notice if you are leaning forward or leaning back. And just bring your shoulders over your hips, sitting up nice and tall. Begin to settle into your breath and notice your breath coming in as it expands your chest, expands your belly, and as you exhale, letting your belly fall, chest falls. Taking a nice deep breath in, and on the exhale, letting it all go. And just taking a moment to scan your body. Are you holding any tension anywhere? Breathing into that space and allowing yourself to acknowledge any sensations in your body. Shoulders release away from the ears. Chin is parallel to the floor. Notice if you're clenching your jaw. Relaxing the tongue. Placing the tongue just behind your front teeth, roof of the mouth. or maybe curving the corners of your mouth into a smile. That also releases the jaw. Brows are nice and relaxed. Cheeks relax. Full deep body relaxation as you ease into your Shavasana to absorb all of the benefits of our practice today. Enjoy your Shavasana. As you keep your eyes closed, I will read from the book, The One Life We're Given by Mark Nepo. I do not trouble my spirit to vindicate itself or be understood. I am that the elementary laws never apologize. I see that the elementary laws never apologize. I exist as I am. That is enough. If no other in the world be aware, I sit content. And if each and all be aware, I sit in content. Keeping your eyes closed as we begin to bring awareness back into the body by wiggling our toes, wiggling our fingers. And when you're ready, bringing your hands to heart center and joining me. I invite you to bring your prayer hands up to your third eye as a reminder to think kind thoughts. Back down in front of your lips as a reminder to speak kind words. And back down in front of the heart as a reminder to live life full of love, joy, compassion, and knowing that you are enough. My deepest gratitude to you as I humbly, deeply bow in gratitude. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us from back home and in studio. Thank you. Have a great rest of the week and weekend.